Broadcasting live from the underground sea on the plain of Dominaria. This is Tap Tap Concede. Good afternoon, or whatever time of day you're reading this at. I'm Cameron.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Nelson.
And we're here going to we're going to do something a little interesting on this podcast, hopefully. But first off, this podcast and all of our other content, or well, this podcast in particular is brought to you by the people over at Card Kingdom, cardkingdom.com. Pay them so they pay us. Cardkingdom.com is a great online store for getting singles anywhere in the world, getting sealed product in the United States. They're really good. Their shipping is really fast. And if you use you go to the URL cardkingdom.com/LRR, that last part is our affiliate code and lets them know that we sent you, you can put in the field, Loading Ready Run sent me button, please, and they will send you a little 1-inch button, which I believe, what is it this month?
I think it maybe still
There's
says
a bunch of them.
that's a real ham sandwich.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
The old 42 card draft deck.
that's a real ham sandwich. Yeah, it's a really cool place, and if you're in the Seattle area, consider checking out their brick and mortar stores. They're kind of like the place that you wish that you could open.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, all of our content on this site is brought to you by you, kind viewers over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Your support makes all of this possible. So I'm going to actually let Alex talk a bit about what we're doing today.
So this was my idea because I was taken by a strange fit of passion the other day.
A peak.
A peak.
I want to call it a cool, strange bit of fashion.
The Masters 25, the 25 Years of Magic set is coming out, which is exciting. And I was looking at my Highlander toolkit, which is a bunch of pre-sleeve cards that I use for Highlander. I was like, I wonder if I have a card from every set. And if I did, which cards I would pick.
Right.
And that sort of permutated to, if we were making a 25 Years of Magic history set, irrespective of what the actual draft environment is like, what cards would we love to see again?
Yeah. So this is not us being like...
We're not designing a draft set.
Yeah. We're also not doing, this is what's wrong with Masters 25, and this is how it would be fixed.
Yeah.
Because it seems fine to me.
So it's clear we didn't spend months and months designing this set that we're going to unveil today.
So this is very much based on our nostalgia for Magic and what cards that were kind of iconic or emblematic of their sets for us.
You know what we should call this?
What?
The Quarter Century Cube.
Ooh, interesting.
Or I was thinking this is almost more like from the vault Magic 25.
Ooh, I like that.
As opposed in the sense that it's not actually like a set. It would be like a set that you would just buy and get all these cards.
Yeah.
Gold border.
If for some reason.
It's like the first half of this list is...
It's like Collector's Edition 2.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Collector's Edition 2, Second Age.
Or we could just call it unbalanced.
I love it. Okay.
Okay.
Well, whatever
We
we
need
call
a bunch
it.
of sets with cards with blue borders.
Yeah. The border goes all the way around to the back of the card, so you actually see the title is on the reverse side,
That's so
top
funny.
left of the Magic card.
Other little bits of housekeeping. The entire Dominaria set basically was spoiled.
What we're not
a
going to
couple of
talk
days
about
ago.
today.
Yeah. And it behooves us to mention because probably people are like, hey, what do you guys think about Dominaria? And looks cool, but we're not going to talk about it on this podcast.
I feel like we have no idea what it looks like yet.
Yeah.
There's that.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about it here until the visual spoilers start coming out because this was a leak.
An error occurred.
Yeah, an error occurred.
Error occurred.
The set became spoiled. So we're going to wait until it's actually coming out to talk about it.
I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be more fun to talk about these cards once we have them revealed. Even though we can go and find out, and I've already read some of them. I haven't read the whole spoiler myself, but I'm still just looking for, and I hope I know some people at R&D watch these, and even veteran players. I'm still looking forward to the actual spoilers coming out because it's exciting and fun to see. It's fun to read about why the card exists. It's fun to see the card art and put two and two together about why it has its stats.
Before
or
we
whatever.
talk any further about how we're not going to talk about Dominaria,
Let's stop.
we're going to go oldest to newest sets, and each of us is going to mention a card or two that we think would be cool to reprint. So first off, we're going to lump Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited, and I suppose Revised together, because they're basically the same set. There's a few small differences.
Yeah. The Power 9.
Yeah, the obvious one would be like Power 9, but maybe that's boring.
Yeah, I think it is actually a bit, maybe.
I think the rule should just be like it's okay to skip revise because there weren't new actual cards that hadn't already been
Actually,
printed.
yeah.
So it's like the rule for Master 25, I think, is like first appearances only,
Yeah,
right?
I grade out all the reprint sets, but
But Alpha Beta Unlimited can kind of be the
I
same
got an idea
one,
for you.
yeah.
Word of command, just so we can get new art.
Ooh,
You know that.
decent.
Yeah.
This card is frustrating.
It's like, but it's like a weirdo card. You know, the one
Yeah.
that they designed back when they didn't know what the game was.
I mean, it became Mindslaver, I think. Like, Mindslaver is kind of like the great-grandchild champion of this idea. And then Mindslaver abilities have appeared in other black cards since then, I think, right?
Anyway, should we get rolling? This
Yeah.
is going to be
okay.
this is going to be kind of a long one. This is probably going to wind up being split over 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
So we're going to get as far as we can reasonably without like boring you. We're going to try to move it along at a quick clip that still allows us to like wax nostalgic.
A brisk walk.
Yeah, a brisk walk
Not
through
a
the history of Magic.
All right.
Just as a side note, word of command, the Jesper
Murphors, I think.
Murphors.
Murphors, maybe? Yeah.
is a wonderful artist.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's
Has
so good.
done so much other wonderful Magic art.
He was the director of one of my favorite other card games, Shadow Fist. He was the art director.
I feel like
He's
this
so
is just
good.
like you
Yeah.
got the brief. It was just like, so just eyes in the dark.
Got it.
Okay.
Perfect.
This is what you asked for, I guess.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, I guess we did.
I kind of wonder if like there was a demon's face or something and like more of emotion and then it was like no, just the eyes in the wizard's mind. You know, like the art direction comes back or whatever. It's like, well, okay.
All right. Arabian Nights, the first actual expansion.
But are we each going to get a card from Alpha Beta or not?
Oh, did yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Because I'm all over another card for a dumb reason. Do you have a good card?
Love it.
Lord of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a good card. Okay, that's fine.
No, fair.
Lord of Atlantis was probably my most played card from Alpha Beta,
Yeah,
actually.
that's- yeah.
I played a ton of Merfolk when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Like I thought.
There he is.
What do you got, Nelson?
I'm on Granite Gargoyle, simply because I want to shout out the M25 style of putting a big watermark in the middle, and I just like the idea of seeing the M logo with just like the 1,000-character name of the person who wrote the flavor text for Granite Gargoyle.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
from
I'm
the,
starting from
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
starting from the bottom on this podcast.
Yeah.
Let's talk about who said the flavor text.
I can't pronounce that.
It's not meant to be pronounced, I don't think.
Yeah, that's
Morana,
cool.
Morana.
My friends just call me Az. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyways,
Yeah, no, wow, I remember this one thinking that was really cool.
That is really cool.
yeah, they didn't think it was so cool to want to keep doing. Well, I think there was some shout out to this guy in Time Spiral Block. I can't remember which card, but there's another card by someone with a really long name.
That's really funny.
I like that it was changed. This is credited to this guy, the Underworld Cookbook. But then the old version of it is the Underworld Cookbook.
Oh, I see.
by this-
Right. Yeah, that's the one we all saw when we were kids. It's like his name was at the very bottom.
There we go.
That's right.
The only place it would fit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so that's my card for no reason.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, Arabian Nights. Well, top of the list is Bazaar of Baghdad,
Yeah, I mean, like, it's probably library for me.
Library of Alexandria.
Those are
Yeah.
good cards, you guys.
Like, those are good
yeah,
cards,
those are good
right?
cards.
That's fair, yeah. It'd be nice to have more of those. They'd really up the attractiveness of the set. And they're really powerful cards. Like, they're fun
yeah.
cards.
Excuse me.
I'm on Cabal Ghoul.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what that guy. Is that the one that comes back, or does he
No,
just?
it's actually kind of a weird aristocrats creature. It's just a 3-mana 1/1 that says whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Kind
Any
of like.
creature?
I think so. I think it's.
I
I,
feel
think
like-
it's like at end of turn, get a +1/+1 counter
You
for
know
each
what?
creature that died that turn.
I
Yeah.
think this was a card that I considered, but I was like, it's like $400.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I should asterisk here, and like we've kind of dived into it as soon as we hit Arabian Nights, the first expansion set. I don't have the reserved list memorized, so for the purposes of M25,
Yeah.
I might spill some cards that
That's
like
fine.
aren't allowed. Yeah.
Other cool cards, Serendipity has really awesome
Yeah.
art in this set.
My second favorite from this set was Serendib Jin. That was just like the most powerful creature we could get our hands on as kids, my cousins and I.
Flying Man.
Flying Man.
How
yeah.
That's a good
about
one. Stone Throwing
Mountain?
Devils.
Mountain? Just
We
the
should-
reprint
we should
of
reprint Mountain.
Yeah.
Is there reprints of the beta art other than that one? I don't know. It's like revised, I guess.
Maybe.
At end of turn, yeah. Yeah, each creature that died. Pretty neat, huh?
Dig it.
Totally fair card.
Right. By the way, I love how much Bazaar Baghdad's text changed.
Right.
It's like it's draw 2 cards, discard 3 cards.
Yeah. There's like this huge line about how you
oh.
can't do anything in the middle of an ability.
Yeah.
And it's just take 2 cards from your library. They hadn't even got the idea of drawing.
Well, there's
figured
cards
out.
that say draw, like Ancestor Recall says draw or force target opponent to draw. But for some reason on Bazaar, I was like, no, the theme is taking things from the Bazaar. So
Yeah.
take the
guess.
2 cards.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, Antiquities.
Yeah, what do you all want from Antiquities?
So I'm on the other side of the fence here. I just want a powerful land because Strip Mine was such a big part of, I don't know, also my youth. My first tournament deck involved a lot of Strip Mines.
Which version?
That's the trick.
I think I had one of each.
Tower?
I mean, the tower one is
really cute.
most liked. This one, actually, that just came up, Paul, I think is probably the one I had the most of. Wasn't there one that was common and the other 3 were like sort of rare?
Maybe?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think the one with the big pit on the left is
You know
probably
what?
the one I had the most
I'll
of, or played the
follow
most.
I'll follow you up on this one.
Is that the tower one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
They're
one's
I
so
don't-
close together.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think I had that one.
Why do multiple arts when all of the arts are so almost identical?
Great question for 90s Magic.
Yep.
I mean, I love the scale.
They didn't
afforded
stop
by the
here.
tower.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my follow-up to this. Mishra's Factory with 4 new season arts.
That'd be amazing. I'd love to see that in a master set because they have printed Mishra's Factory again. They should get Kaha Folio back out of retirement
Out of
to do Mishra's Factory again.
Be like,
That'd be
they drove a
incredible.
dump truck of money up to my house.
Candelabra.
Yeah.
I'm a loser.
Did you play that card when you were a kid? Is it a nostalgia thing, or you just want to have one?
It's what I think of when I think of Antiquities.
Oh, really? Okay.
The card that
That's
I
neat.
played from Antiquities when I was a kid was
Yeah.
Clockwork Avian.
Right.
Isn't it weird that like it's an entire artifact set, or it's not entire artifacts, but it's all built around artifacts, and Alex and I just both went to lands.
Yeah.
Yours, in fairness, becomes an artifact creature, but
Yeah.
the most important card for me from Antiquities was just Strip Mine.
I mean, I love the art on this card
It's
too.
also a really cool effect.
Pretty.
Yeah.
That would be like,
I remember my
Oh,
uncle
and-
trying to play with this card, and it was like, well, I can untap the Mazavith and then tap it again. You know, like
Is that supposed to be like a illusion, like a
pretend lights.
no, like an MC Escher kind of.
No,
thing
I
going
just
on
think
there?
it's a funky candle.
Good question
Yeah.
for Mr. Schuler. Yeah,
The other
not
card I
sure.
played a lot of in this set was Yoshin Soldier.
I was just gonna say that. Did you play a lot of Yoshin Soldier?
That
Yeah.
guy looks
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
He's solid. I mean, Vigilance wasn't something that Black had access to before
Yeah,
this.
one
set.
three Vigilant, or
I
one four
always
Vigilance.
love
yeah.
his artwork.
Yeah, it's good.
It's just a really cool looking thinger.
Also,
Yeah.
just 4 toughness for 3 mana even was pretty sweet. There wasn't a lot of that going
Some
around.
sort of crystal sword.
He looks like a video game character.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the level 1 mobs that are still really sweet looking.
Okay, Legends.
Yeah. There's so many weird. Okay, Legends is the set that they keep printing new cards for because I swear every time I go into a store, I'm like, I've never seen that card
It's
from
a
Legends
big
before.
set. It's a big set. Yeah, I think it might have been the biggest set to date. Is it bigger than Unlimited, or maybe it's just the same size?
Maybe.
I'm on Tackle
Right.
Magnet.
Yeah.
Tackle Maggot? Oh, man.
Wow.
I might have said Magnet. I was trying to say Tackle Maggot. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
one's-
weirdo card.
Well,
I just
Then-
like won a lot of games with it. I don't know.
they
People had to
can-
read it every turn. When your opponent reads the same card more than once in the same game, it feels pretty good.
Well, they could clarify the text on it.
They could clarify it.
Yeah. That is a big wad of text.
Yeah.
The Oracle is not shorter.
Well, that's awkward. Okay,
Yeah.
the TLDR on it is that you put it on a creature and it slowly dies, and then once it dies, it moves to a different creature.
Yeah, it's basically the same as Kudzu, but for creatures,
Yeah.
but
It
slower.
just keeps attritioning the board.
Yeah, but you could, play it with black creatures where you like take a turn off of having a good thing on the board, their thing dies, and then they have to like put it on one of your thralls. It's like a 1/1 or 0/1 or something, and then your upkeep, your thrall dies immediately. You put it back on their Sarah Angel.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
a lot of the Legends cards that I can think of off the top of my head, they've already reprinted, like Mana Drain, Chain Lightning, even that green land that pumps stuff.
Green land that pumps stuff.
No, I don't, what's the name of it?
Pendlehaven.
Pendlehaven, that's the one.
We
I
got
kept
there.
thinking Pendrel Vale, which was also in this set.
Less
Yeah.
likely to get reprinted, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm probably fine with that.
I can't imagine why the Tabernacle of Pendrel Vale ever got printed. Maybe just at the time they thought they had figured it out and Magic was now finally about creatures and
Yeah.
not about time twisters. And so everyone would always have creatures, so Pendrel Vale would always be fair. That's my only guess. Yeah. Because like already, I think in Legends they were like, wait, we need to make Magic more about creatures. There's not as I guess there was mana drain. I don't know. Yeah, I guess they haven't quite figured it out yet.
Got anything, Cam?
Fallen Angel.
Oh, good call.
yeah.
That's the first printing of that card. That's right.
Yeah, this is a card that I was like, oh, this is so cool. It hurts you, but it's so cool.
Wait a second.
That's in 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I just remembered why we
yeah.
had been talking about that so recently. I'm like, didn't
yeah,
we just
no.
talk about
Great
how this
minds.
card was a cool nostalgia card? Like, it's in Masters 25.
Well, we may not be able to avoid that. That's
You're
fine.
hired.
I mean,
All right.
otherwise Zephyr Falcon, probably.
Zephyr Falcon, actually a great card, too.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Shout out to Zephyr Falcon.
How do y'all feel about Fallen Empires?
There's
Love
some
it.
sets before it. The Dark, notably.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dark.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I totally skipped ahead. Yeah, sorry, the Dark first.
I'm on Safe Haven for the Dark, not the best land from the Dark, but it was the one I played the most, and it's kind of a cool effect that you just don't really see any more of in real cards. There was like this, and then later I think Cold Storage did kind of the same thing, where you can like tuck your creatures and then Wrath, and then like bring your creatures back after the Wrath. Now they just make good cards that just make your creatures indestructible for a turn.
Yeah.
The big nostalgia cards for me from the Dark are Ball Lightning and Maze of Ith.
Yeah.
Like the artwork for Maze of Ith really left a lasting impression on me.
That's fair.
Yeah, I remember Maze
Both
of
those
Ith
cards
kind
were
of
important in my play circle too. I played a lot of bowling, but
The other one that got me was Dark Heart of the Wood.
Oh yeah.
Which was, I think it might have been the
Such a
first
cool-
gold border card that I encountered.
I think it was sorry,
Like,
no, right,
Legends was
Legends
full
had a
of them,
bunch.
but
Yeah,
I didn't.
So were this and Marsh Goblins maybe the first non-legendary gold border cards? Because I think in Legends everything that had a gold border, like all the
Might
two-color
have been,
cards,
yeah.
were legendary creatures. Whereas in this set they were like, well, we can just make regular old gold cards too.
And the other card was the Elves of Deep Shadow.
Yeah.
Important card.
I just picked up one of those, like the OG style.
Yeah.
It's very, very intriguing.
Well, I think our draft format got a lot more fair and real with
Yeah.
this set.
Maybe.
Not sure.
Yeah. I just love this watercolor art.
It's
Again,
really-
it's Jasper Mirforce,
cool.
right?
There you go.
So,
Yeah. No, very talented.
Good at
Jesper
drawing
Mirforce.
eyes.
Yeah.
I like to think that the reason
Can we get an overlay of Word of Command? Maybe it's the same
it-
card, actually, secretly. Yeah.
the reason why Elves of Deep Shadow pings you is because you're just made extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, what is your bidding? Nothing. I don't need anything. You can just go home.
She just like shows
Please go
up,
home.
slaps you, and then she's like, "Well, I'm here now. Do you want some black mana?"
Pours it on your head.
I guess.
Okay, I'll use this to cast Ritual. What, I'm not good enough for you?
Sorry, sis. Yeah.
I went to a weird place.
Yeah.
Sure did. Speaking of weird places, Fallen Empires.
It's got to be
weird.
Order of Lightbur or
Oh, yeah.
Order of the Ebon Hand.
Ebon Hand.
I'll take Ebon Hand.
Yeah.
You can be Lightburn. We can, like, just
Charge
miss
at each other. and
All right.
not
These
do
are the
anything.
more important cards, but back to my all strip mines deck. I chose Mindstab Thrall from this set because
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
lot of like happy memories of Mindstab throwing all my
this guy's,
opponents'
like-
expensive ass cards out of their hand. You know.
Like the art, like the head guy with the one arm.
Yeah,
yeah,
with the
I
knife.
remember that one. That
Yeah.
one was really weird.
Yeah.
I also really loved was Thrall Champion.
Oh yeah, Thrall Champion,
his
decent
flag.
card.
He's
It's overcosted, but like really cool art for
Yeah.
sure, and like kind of scary.
Can
Get
we
a bunch
make
of thralls.
Thralls like a tribe in this?
Yeah. In
cube?
our what,
Yeah.
what are we calling it again? 25th cube or something? Yeah,
25 years of cube.
25 years
Yeah.
of cube. Yeah.
No, I definitely remember Thrall Champion.
I
because
love
of
with
the
like the alt art Fallen Empire stuff. Just that they had no, like it wasn't just alt art, but it was like totally different conception of what
Yeah.
a thrall was.
Well,
Like
strangely, like the strip mine did the opposite thing, but then the thralls and the orcs from this set, they gave them to different artists, right?
It's pretty cool.
like Order of the Ebon Hand. Order of Lightbur are human clerics.
Right.
Order of the Ebon Hand are clerics because the art on each one. There's one where it's a centaur,
Oh, okay.
Right.
and I don't think they were able to like they couldn't justify.
Yeah, that's right. They're
You
just
can't call that
just-
a
yeah.
human
The,
cleric.
the oracle is just cleric because they can't. One of them might be a zombie or something. I think.
Yeah.
This one's
These
a
guys are
human or an elf.
definitely-
Maybe it's an elf.
This
Cleric-
one's from Final
cleric
Fantasy
knight.
2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like the oracle is a cleric knight.
Cleric.
Oh, it's a knight.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
But the
There's this
Lightbur is a
guy.
human.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy looks like a zombie to me.
This guy had like just unstoppable artwork.
the
Yeah.
saw blade. That's
Yeah.
wait, that's a pog.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
just carrying around.
Or like a Beyblade.
Yeah.
So that one's actually secretly really tiny, but he still has 2 power and can get first strike because he's so sharp.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
it's
my
so
kids.
pokey, right?
So
I love this set actually.
It's
I
weird because
totally
this is
did.
one of the bottom value and like bottom like
Yeah.
constructed playable sets, sort of. But it has a ton of hits actually.
Don't
like
say
there's-
you like the set. People will send us more packs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, they
I-
overprinted this set
Yeah.
to the 9s, right? Like this is the set
Yeah.
where they went like, okay, store owners, you want this many pack or booster boxes, or before they wouldn't send them enough, right?
Yeah, yeah. So,
So-
they actually sent them the actual amount that people ordered.
If you want to draft Fallen Empires, you still can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Other honorable mentions: Ication Javelineers.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
There actually are just a ton of really good cards in this set.
I have
weird.
I have this idea for a side project I want to do where I want to redesign Fallen Empires as like on the same power level as like these cards.
Okay.
You know, Hymn to Torak would be a mythic.
You want to try and like figure out just like overlay M10 with Fallen Empires cards and then some
Yeah.
some other help.
I love it.
I'd get it. I'd get down with that.
Yeah.
If you want a partner.
I would love it
Which-
because
okay.
I'm bad at this.
Which Javelineer do you want? That guy?
No, the guy
No.
with the headdress.
Or this guy?
No.
Or that guy?
That's
Correct.
That's the one. That's
That's
the
the
one.
correct
There's
one.
the
Scott
correct
Kirshner.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played this in Humans.
It's also just like the name is plural. This is the only one that shows more than one character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Although, yeah, I think I played with the one with the girl throwing a javelin because she looks the most like she's about to kill something. But
Yeah.
I played with at least one of these.
Sweet.
Okay,
Burr, it's Ice Age.
It's Ice Age time.
Gotta be Brainstorm, right?
Shoutouts to the first standalone set. This is where the block format came from.
Yeah.
It started at an Ice
Yeah,
Age and it
yeah.
kept going until now.
There's like a lot of weirdo cards here. I think I'm
Just
gonna go
ended.
with Fire Covenant.
Yeah.
There's so many really important cards from Ice Age in terms of the history of Constructed, but I didn't play any of them back in 90. Are we in 96 yet? 95. I'm trying to remember what my card for this one was. Oh, yeah, it was.
This one was 95.
This is 95. So I made a list, but then my phone died. I think it's Shambling Strider for me for this set,
Oh, that one sounds familiar.
or Pike Knight. So Pike Knight was the first time we could have like a creature that drew a card just for playing it.
Whoa.
Really?
I'm pretty sure there weren't any enter the battlefield, draw a card creatures before this one. And so while I didn't actually play Pike Knight a ton, I tried it out and I was like, this is a 3-power 1/1. Oh yeah, this guy was badass. Like this was like a better, scarier looking Crawworm essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could connect for more than 6 and you could also block 4/4s.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played cards like this one a lot. But yeah, Pike Knight I think was an important card for this set.
Okay. Okay.
Pike Knight?
Pyknite. It's like the worst spell. It's like the Pike Knights bar and lounge. Like head on down to Pike Knights
It's got
tonight.
one of those cutesy
Like-
misspelled names.
Well, I think maybe it's like a name of something from folklore.
Whoa.
But it's like not. It almost looks like it's a knight, like a shining armor knight.
Oh,
but
wow.
there's
Yeah.
no GH. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,
okay.
yeah, 3 mana. It's Merchant of Sorrow or whatever. No, that's not it. They reprinted it in blue, which makes a bit more sense. But it's also just a bad Elvish Visionary. You know, they've reprinted this card a bunch of times. This was the first one. They're like, okay, how much does it have to cost if it's going to draw a whole card for nothing? And turns out 3 is too much.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The other Keldorn Knights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Sky Knights or
Yeah, the Sky Knight.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sky Knight, which
Keldorn
I
Sky Knight.
loved.
Amazing art, right? Yeah. So they
I
were
was
a really
all,
cool
like,
tribe.
When I was a kid, I was all about this concept of like, okay, what about a knight? But instead of a horse, they're on a giant hawk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. And you just draw that shit on your binder.
That's really cool.
It's pretty great.
Oh, it's got banding.
Banding flying first strike for
So-
5.
Yeah, you realize, in this set you're gonna put just one banding creature in. With
No,
the rest.
there's a few. I think there's a tribe of these Sky Knight people, but
No, but like
yeah.
for
Oh,
for
yeah,
our,
for
our
5,
hypothetical
yeah, yeah.
set,
It's
we're just like
disappointing.
throwing a random banding guy.
Yeah, random
Yeah.
band. It's gotta be there. It's gotta be there.
I was gonna say it's disappointing. There's no banding card in M25, but both maybe there is, and I forgot it, and also it's not disappointing.
It
It's
would
great.
have been
Yeah.
Please never
pain
put
in the
banding
ass
again.
in the draft
Yeah.
environment. So it's time for Homelands.
Here we are.
Widely regarded as the worst set in Magic,
Mm-hmm.
but not without its playables.
Yeah.
Like Memory Lapse.
Memory lapse is
My-
my call for this one. Specifically, the art of the
Jigsaw puzzle.
the marble head.
The Phrenology.
Yeah, the phrenology head.
Yeah, that was-
because his mouth expression is just
I can't remember.
Another really well-drawn card by Mark Tadine. Yeah.
I love this card.
Yeah.
He's really good at hand attack spells, it turns out.
Yep.
What do you got, Alex?
Well, my second was going to be Merchant Scroll.
Also really good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a good effect.
That one.
Yeah, the Rebecca
one-
Gay art is really strong as well. But I think I prefer the original. This is the one time where I'm like, Rebecca Gay, I love your work. I think Mark Tadine got it better.
Yeah, just the guy's head falling out. It's
Yeah.
very,
Is
very
it, yeah, did she
physical.
do? Is that the memory lapse from like Mirage or something?
Yeah,
or was
this is
that
the
wasn't
Mirage
it? Because there's
one. Yeah.
multiple. There is another or third.
Yeah,
Homelands memory lapse too.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, right.
This
This is
one
the one I
think
was
like
talking
the
about. I was
least,
like the jigsaw puzzle one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like though that this is the one from Mirage. That Caliph was so intelligent that he could not remember what he knew. And then when they reprinted it, they switched it to
Yeah,
Jace flavor text so that to kind of pull it into more of the whole storyline.
Yeah, they
I
do that.
see.
Yeah. Okay,
Where
so
he's talking about sculpting minds.
You must sculpt the mind.
I wanted to give Homelands to Serrated Arrows.
Yeah.
I played it a fair bit and played it more since Homelands, but at the time, actually, it was just Eron the Relentless, or Aaron the Relentless, which we opened up, I think, in our pack of Homelands a week or two
Yeah.
ago.
Well,
I
yeah.
played this card a bunch in the Ball Lightning deck.
I mean, I can't really fault them for putting Eastern Shade.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
really
Card.
cool because, like,
Yep.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a callback to the time in Magic when you had to play one card from every set.
Yep.
Also, the new art for serrated arrows.
They aren't serrated.
No.
They're just spiky.
They're
Barbed
Yeah.
arrows.
A little bit of
It's
serration.
Do you
true.
not know what serrated means?
Never seen a bread knife, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Burns.
I'm trying to remember.
Serrated Arrows coming your way. So after Homelands, there was no more Magic, pretty much. That's all the cards.
It's all
There was
done.
one bad set.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alliances.
Alliances.
Rolling in strong. I mean, like, top of that heap is Force of Will, but they printed it so many times.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Varchild's War Riders
Ooh.
because that would be so fun in draft and we would get Survivor tokens.
Ooh,
right.
actually, yeah, that's a good one.
Card's pretty cool.
It's very cool. It's quite bad,
Yeah.
but it's really cool.
It's like maybe the only card that makes sense that it has Rampage, though. Like, Rampage is mostly otherwise on, like, creatures that already have Trample and, like, or have Flying, you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one,
yeah.
like, they built a mechanic that's like, how can we make Rampage make sense? And so it's like, we'll put it on this creature that, like, gives your opponent dudes, but then if they block, the Trample still works,
It's
right?
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
An entire war in one card.
I like these guys. It's like guys. I get the whole like leaving a survivor to tell about the how scary you guys are. You're leaving too many survivors.
Yeah.
There's more survivors than people now.
Yeah, they're banding together, they're organized.
Yeah.
They're heavily armed.
We need somebody to paint renditions of us and to sing songs and to like do the historical reenactment of us. Come on.
So my pick for this set is Keldoran Outpost. This was the
Okay.
set, like,
yeah.
shortly after this came out, sometime that season, I started kind of playing tournaments. I started going to the store where the tournaments were played. I wasn't just playing with my friends, and I found out about the deck that's just Keldoran Outpost, Force of Will, other counter spells, maybe
do you
some
mean
card drawing.
Kjeldoran?
Sure, yeah, it's however you say it.
No, it's Keldoran.
That's fine, yeah.
But when I was a kid, I was like, why is it Kjeldoran?
Yeah. And then this was like the only way they had to win. So there were these like hard control decks, which, my cousins and I had never heard of before. But it was just like trade with all of your stuff and win with a land. It's like stuffing in the idea of sneaking your win condition into your mana base.
Yeah. The we call them denial decks.
Right.
But this is a good one.
So that was it sort of allowed this kind of deck that I hadn't really seen before.
This is a bit like what was the flip enchantment in Ixalan?
Oh yeah, Legion's Landing.
Yeah.
A little bit like that. Yeah. Legion's Landing is probably a lot better.
pretty cool.
This card's actually
The new art
hasn't
from-
aged super well.
Was it like this is an online set, Vintage?
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is Vintage Masters. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool artwork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks good.
Kind of Game of Thronesy. Looks very, very lonely.
Yeah. And feels more like an outpost, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Like way.
There's
out
this
there.
one house and then nothing.
Yeah. Then instead of the guy outside the lone tower flexing.
Yeah.
It's good to be Keldoran. It's your boy Mirage with the palm tree.
Yeah. Unfulfilled desires.
I have no idea what that card is.
Paul, it has, first off, the dopest flavor text of anything.
Whoa!
It's not even a bad effect, but this was the in Mirage, the love song of day and night appeared across many cards.
Lots of
it was
cards,
one of the R&D people wrote the entire poem and split it up across all these cards, and it shows up on Early Harvest and notably Early Harvest, and then ends here.
Yeah, this is
And
a
I
good
think
piece of poetry.
this is a cool effect too.
Just like paying 1 mana and a life to draw to like loot.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I also like the art.
Oh, Early Harvest. That is cute. Oh wait, somebody was picking this up at YJ the other day because they had something they were going to do with it.
I mean, there's probably like some weirdo Teamer Storm
I mean,
thing.
this could maybe be sweet if you had a bunch of wild growth effects, or just more than 4 lands.
Yep.
It was used in a combo deck in Standard for a while, where you would get Heartbeat of Spring out.
Right.
So then you have a mana flare, and then you use this to go get enough mana to mega Trader of Mortals your opponent to death.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of also a weirdo, like, playable in modern, like, High Tide piece.
Right. I actually didn't really have one from the original cards from Mirage that was like super standout to me. I do remember that the Drain Life art was awesome, so
Yeah.
that's kind of my favorite
Weird,
from this set.
weirdly, 9th edition Early Harvest, they changed the quote to just from the Tempest.
Weird.
Oh yeah.
Back when they
I guess they wanted it to be standalone.
Yeah. I couldn't pick between the 3 1 mana instant tutors,
From
but
Mirage,
it's
yeah.
probably Enlightened Tutor.
Yeah.
You know, the old lady who's just like, hey man, just chill.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it's
Oh, yeah.
oh wow,
Yeah,
Oh,
Richard Kane Ferguson.
Richard Kane Ferguson.
This came out
yeah.
and suddenly all of our Drain Lives looked horrible, and we were like, oh, we gotta get these new ones.
Yeah,
It looks super
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Richard Kane Ferguson has done some great art, like Arcane Denial,
Yeah.
and what else in this set? The counterspell that was reprinted in Theros. 3 mana counterspell.
Dissipate from this
or
set.
not Theros.
It was reprinted in
Innistrad.
Innistrad, yeah.
Good old Dissipate.
Dissipate.
Dissipate. Sweet. Visions is next.
I liked Necrotal. Again, with the Enter the Battlefield. I'm all about value, I guess.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
was like, you used to have to play Terror and Order of the Ebon Hand as 2 separate cards, and now you get to play them together for twice as much mana.
Yeah.
Pretty strong.
It still seemed pretty cool, yeah.
I don't remember my favorite card from Visions.
I like Tithe.
Ooh, yeah.
Strong
oh,
pick.
Tithe is so good. Like,
That's
1
really
mana.
aged well, unlike
Yeah.
Necrotal.
Yeah, poor Necrotal.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
I'm
been
losing my
chupacabra out of
job
there.
to a chupa what now?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I still have first strike. That's relevant, right?
It's like,
Sorry, dude.
yeah.
Sorry,
We've
Necrotal.
grandfathered you in for a decade now. It's time for you to move on.
Yeah.
It's like, fine, I'll
Yeah,
go back
just-
to cube.
Drink this,
Necrotal
you'll
just
feel better, Necrotal.
yeah. Necrotal's just like outside waiting for his wife to pick him up, and he's holding a banker box with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Mirage symbol sticking out of the top,
And a bunch
the-
of pointy things.
Yeah,
and
the
These
poisons.
dusty
yeah.
best assassin trophies.
Yeah.
He's just holding back tears.
Spell Necrotal.
It's Nekra.
Taal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 A's.
Wow, we both knew that
So
exactly.
cool card.
Nice.
Good
Worst
for us.
art on this card. That's
That's
the
the newer
reprint
one.
art.
It's
I
a
think
little
looks
better.
way better.
I kind of like the original art because it's like, what's this guy doing? Is he just
He's so
breathing? Is he
ugly.
casting a spell? I don't actually hate this art. It has a soft spot
He's got
for
some
me.
sort of electric saber.
Well, I just like
No,
that
it's
they're
not scarabs.
Yeah.
Projecting out from it. They're
didn't
hollow scarabs.
see that. I thought that was electricity.
Oh yeah, you
they're
didn't notice.
projected
No.
out from his brooches.
Yeah, so it's like he's casting a magical spell in kind of a different way than we've seen most of the art for magic happen. Usually it's some kind of like gassy or electricity or like rays of light, and this one's just like, we've got these floating little invisible scarabs that are shooting out from my throat.
I've
Also, I have this big stupid knife.
I'm gonna cast a spell on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of unclear whether like that's just how he says hello, or those things just follow him around all the time, and he's just shouting "die," or if he's like casting a spell to kill someone.
He just
Fair.
everywhere he walks, he swings. It's die, 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 die. That's how he has first strike.
Yeah.
Because he kills you before you even get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
Also, he's like waiting at the bus. He takes his like giant hat thing off, and then he's just like got, I don't know what. Does he have a man bun? He like takes that out.
A tiny, perfectly cylindrical column of hair.
Yeah. We'll figure
All right.
it out.
Portal was a kind of an unusual one.
Right.
This is like a starter set, and I think my favorite from this by far is Fire Imp.
Oh,
that's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah.
I
Total
love
agree, actually.
Fire Imp in exactly half scale.
FTK.
Flame Tongue Kavu. Mm-hmm. Regrettably not 2 mana cheaper, but it's got really cute art, and
Yeah.
it's actually quite a good card. Mm-hmm. I love this thing.
Yeah, this goes into Patty Burdisco's stack, right?
It does.
Yeah, goes into pods. Another value creature. Shout outs to value creature. You know I love it. My card for this set is Mystic Denial, because I guess I was like 14 or something at the time. I'm like right in the target market for people who are supposed to want to learn how to play this game, and they came out with a dumbed down version, which I just felt
there's
like
one other
was
card I'm thinking
harder to learn. I was just like, man, I slogged through that beta rules, insert
Yeah, the
book
little
into the
booklet.
starter pack. Like I
Yeah.
managed to get through that thing, and you're giving me this, and like I understand I got how interrupts work, man. And I get that not everyone did, and it seemed like Magic was too complicated, and that's why people were playing. So the idea for Portal seemed fine,
Well,
but
people like.
it just Mystic Denial
is
to
this
me was like
templated
this
now?
card. It just says counter target creature or sorcery, instant. Yeah. So it's like with these cards where they're trying to get the like theme of blue across, while just like telling you without, because Portal only had lands, creatures, and sorceries. This was kind of one of these cards where like they had to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, it actually ended up being more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 more real quick suggestions. Speaking of blue 3 drops, Mana War with original art.
Oh, yeah.
AKA best art. Hi, Marshall. It's just the best art for this card.
I actually prefer the visions.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like the shark getting owned
Wait,
and just being really unhappy.
which one is
about
the
it.
original? I thought
Wait, is this?
No,
the-
it came
the-
first.
Oh, is
Portal
this
or
a-
Visions?
Visions would have come
Visions
first.
is the original.
Visions is the original. Yeah, yeah.
Like
Okay.
I love the watercolors.
It's very
I'm a
pretty.
sucker for watercolors.
No, that's
I
fair.
guess.
It's very pretty.
Everyone loves the shark getting owned. yeah.
no!
You know what it is, though? It's nice
the
because it's
shark.
flavor. If this one
Yeah.
did come first and then it was in like 3 core sets, and then we got the Visions Mana War, everyone would be like,
So
it's like
pretty.
I'm looking at Baneslayer Angel for the first time.
Yeah, close second to this one is Symbol of Unsummoning.
Yeah, that
for,
was.
for best art.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
You're gonna love this one.
When I was trying to remember what Mystic Denial was called, I looked up Symbol on Summoning. I'm like, oh no, this card just works. It's fine. This card just is a sorcery. Nom nom nom. Yeah.
The longer you look at it, the funnier it gets.
All right, let's stop talking about Portal,
Okay.
please. I'm getting uncomfortable.
Weatherlight. So
yeah.
they already did the sweet reprint of Doomsday. The new art looks
Yeah.
amazing.
I want to
Pretty
say
cool.
Doomsday for this one because it's really like some of these I have like, oh yeah, I have like 4 or 5 cards for this set, and for like a big chunk in the middle of the 90s, I'm like, I have no
there's
fucking
one
idea.
card.
Yeah.
For me, I'm on Dwarven Berserkers. I believe that's a Weatherlight card, and I just got this guy out of a pack, said this art is amazing, and watch out if they try to block me. At the time, I didn't have the common sense to think it's just a 1/1 for 2. They just won't block. And all of a sudden I was like, no, it's amazing. It gets trample, and then I'll play a spell to give it first strike too. It'll be incredible. And they just didn't block, and I was like, oh.
Oh, well, I guess it's a 1/1 unblockable.
But you know
for
what?
2.
This guy taught me an important lesson about evaluating cards. So
Yeah.
thank you, Dwarven Berserker.
I'm gonna say Mindstone.
Yeah,
Man.
actually, okay,
That
yeah.
card
Are we
is-
allowed to swear on this podcast? Why didn't I think of mine?
Yeah, why didn't I think
It's
of
way
Mind
more
Stone?
important
Yeah.
than this guy.
Mindstone's really, really great.
I don't know if I got a Mind Stone in a pack. I probably did and then threw it in the garbage.
It's got, like sweet, very
the
bizarre
art's really
art.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Back before the new art guidelines, when you could have really weird abstract stuff.
Yeah, I don't know actually what's being depicted here, but the new one's not as.
We haven't put Drew Tucker in the set yet, so we should probably go back and try to find him and get him in there. That was the artist my friends and I always complained about. Another watercolorist, so maybe you.
Oh, really?
Love him, but
Okay.
he was the most.
What has he done?
He
sounds
did
familiar.
Her Jackal. HURR.
Jackal, is that the one that removes first
He
strike?
removes First Strike or Mountain Walk.
Holy moly!
Right.
But his art style was like the farthest from realistic, I think. Right?
yeah.
So you see, like, he's given the jackal the front legs and the form of the face, and then the background is just like shadowy colors.
It reminds me a bit of what was her name? She did a lot of like with the tile backgrounds. Like
Melissa Benson? Or no?
No.
Not Therese Nielsen.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, it's probably not relevant.
All right.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah.
wow, yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
It's
love
just
it.
like straight up like Picasso style.
I was gonna
like-
say,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like
Cubist.
It's like, as an adult, I'm like, this guy's quite a good artist. But as a
Mechanical
kid, I
monster
was like,
descending
why,
the stairs.
why do they have like 15 people that can draw and one that can't for these cards, you know? Like, I definitely
this
did not get it when I
This
was
is
12.
awesome.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Tempest is our next set.
Ooh, okay.
This was, I think, just before.
By the way, Magic players, don't forget, you're super spoiled for art.
Yeah.
Super spoiled.
Super spoiled for art.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what set they started introducing actual colored rarity symbols.
I think it was Exodus?
Yeah, so
Guessing-
two more sets.
Guessing Exodus? Okay. We're on Tempest now?
Yeah. What you got?
I forget. Wasteland's coming to mind, but that wasn't my favorite card. Stupid phone dying.
Ancient
Okay.
Tomb?
No.
Intuition.
It was like a bad card
Intuition's
that I played in
very
Wasteland.
cool.
Well, he named a bunch of good cards, though.
Yeah.
They haven't printed Wasteland in a couple months. They should probably print it again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Fair enough.
Blow up non-basics.
There's a lot of alt art for Wasteland.
It's been printed a few
It's
times
been
now.
printed a
It's
few
nice.
times.
It's an important card.
Yeah, they all look really good. Stronghold is up next. I want Mox Diamond just so that its price comes back to Earth.
I mean, I think my selection for this one was Tortured Existence.
Oh,
that's
no,
a
you're
sweet
right.
one.
You are correct. You are objectively correct.
I actually really just like Volrath's Stronghold. Similar to
Yeah,
Tortured
You're
Existence,
also
I guess,
correct.
right?
Those
Yeah.
are both great cards. Tortured Existence is cool art and a cool effect, and it's actually playable in Pauper.
Yeah.
I
And
don't know, like, I
Stronghold's
keep
playable in
wanting
a
to
lot of things, wherever it's legal, basically. But yeah, this was one of those few cards that's kind of like just aged well from like when the casual, like Soul Ring, it's like casual players, you know, when you're first new to the game, you look at this card and you're like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
it turns out you like get kind of better in the game. You're like, yep, still pretty good.
Yeah, still pretty good.
Yeah, I have a Championships Edition Volrath Stronghold, and I think I want a real one now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I also never really appreciated how good the art was. on
It's
this.
really cool.
Gorgeous too, yeah.
It's just like,
Kev Walker is pretty new to the scene at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I think there's some early Kev Walker art that says Kevin Walker. I think he started going by Kev at some point. But yeah.
after that is Exodus. So we finally get rarity symbols now.
Nice.
So, what do you got?
I actually had nothing for
Exodus
this set.
is like a weird one because I feel like there's definitely some cards that I thought of or that I definitely play. What
like
did I pull?
Survival of the Fittest, probably, I guess.
That's the chase card of the
like
set.
that's the good card, right?
I'm gonna have a quick.
Totally didn't play during Exodus.
Really?
Yeah, no. This might just be a blank for us.
Wait, it was
There's some good cards in this set, for sure.
oh,
was
yeah.
Carnophage from this set?
Oh,
Yeah,
I want
possibly.
to say yeah.
If Carnophage is from this set, that's definitely my pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got demolished by Carnophage quite a lot.
Hey! Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
yeah.
Carnophage is sweet.
Sweet.
Very playable.
Was Anger also from this set then, maybe? Or not Anger, Hatred? Hatred might have been from the same set as Carnophage.
Maybe? Is that
It was coming a
the
little late.
three
They were
black
definitely
black?
a standard deck together.
Just like pump for $1 million.
Yeah, so it's 5 mana.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, yeah.
So there we go.
Hatred.
Our
Yeah.
favorite cards are Suicide Black. We got there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, turn 1 Carnophage, turn 2 Rituals, Hatred.
Yeah, Grevin's just
And
really angry.
You have to pay 18, but you're at 19, so it's okay.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Just get him.
You know, if they just opened on a coastal tower and they don't have a Force of Will, see ya.
Yeah.
Braum.
Braum.
Illustrator.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic only had Braum for a little while. Braum, really famous fantasy artist
Yeah.
in general. Like he was already super established when in '93 when Magic came out.
Yeah. What else did he? He did. One of my favorite cards
There's a
actually.
bunch on the tip of my tongue. Did he the vampire one?
Yeah.
The vampire one.
Grevin,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
The one where she's got all those dudes in hoods.
No, that was somebody kind of like doing his style.
Is Mox
Oh.
Fanatic originally from Exodus there, Paul? Or are we just looking at Braum?
I was just looking at Braum, some
Sweet.
iconic.
Yeah, really displaying the motion there of
really
falling
good.
out of a skyship.
Yeah. I can hear that guy's voice. I got it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fuse burning down.
Shall we move on?
Yeah. Portal Second Age is the next one.
I actually have one for this one.
Do you?
Okay.
It's
Please.
Alaborn Musketeer.
A what?
It's a magic card with
I
the
know
gun.
I know that one.
Yeah, it's like very focal in the art, and like that's the idea. Yeah, there's guns on this plane. They have gunpowder,
Speaking of
unlike
which,
just lightning.
there's a couple of them. One of the. Actually, no. I have a new one.
There's
It's
like a veteran and a soldier and stuff, but yeah.
Oh, I've got a couple of actually. Now that I think
Weird
of it.
white creature. Normally you would just get flying for a 2/1 for 2 in white, but because he's like a dude on a parapet with a gun, he has reach.
Ancient Craving.
Oh yeah, that's a cool card.
I have been trying to put this in a deck forever, and I think I might finally have one.
Have you heard of Islands?
Now, see here.
It turns out you can just draw cards without losing life in any format where this card is legal.
It's true. I wanted to put it into Orzhov Hard Control,
Okay.
which I think
that's-
would be pretty cool.
that's relevant.
There's one
This
other
is the
one.
portal card from M25, actually, or A25.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, is it?
Well, there you go.
Well, there we go.
Get got.
Sweet.
Dominated.
The other one,
Yeah.
speaking of guns, Lurking Night Stalker.
Ooh.
But there's one. It's in my deck right now, and the name of it has completely escaped me because it's completely sweet. Predatory Night Stalker.
Nice.
This one might actually be playable. Like
I definitely hadn't noticed before the Lurking Night Stalker had a gun.
he's got like a gun or a flamethrower or something.
He's also just like this really scary dude. Nice
Yeah.
work, Kev Walker. It's like,
Yeah, very evocative.
draw
I
us
like
a
the
proto
lighting.
sliver like evil alien thing, but then also give it a gun.
There are more Night Stalkers.
Yeah,
than I
well, they were a
would've thought.
tribe in. Yeah, okay, so Predatory Night Stalker, I discovered this. This was like one of those secret commons that's actually like pretty good because
Right.
we've been building Pauper Highlander.
Yeah.
Reasonable stats with,
Yeah, it's like-
with a really powerful
Yeah,
ATB.
Yeah, 3 black for a 3/2 that you may edict your opponent.
Yeah.
So it never hits yourself. You don't have to make them kill their Academy Rector.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
It's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
Do they have Academy Rector in Pauper Highlander?
Not so much.
Okay. But maybe they have some dice trigger that you wouldn't want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you'd prefer not to.
It's a decent card. Yeah.
I dig it.
What came after
after-
Portal 2?
Unglued, but so we can just say cheaty face and move
Island.
Yeah.
on. Island, yeah.
Island.
Oh, they started smoking crack here.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Urza's
yeah.
Saga.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
I can never tell
You have to hit rock bottom before
Saga-
you can.
Legacy and Destiny because
Yeah.
my pick was gonna be Unearth and they already went with it, and I don't know if that's from this set or it's from one of these three.
I have to go with Yogg's Will for this one. Like actual good cards.
Yeah.
There were a lot of really good cards. You know what though? There's way more bad cards in this set.
Really?
There's tons of bad
There's
cards.
probably
I've had the opportunity, fortunately, to draft Urza Saga block on Magic Online. So my favorite card, Dirt Cow Worm gets like a sweet like nod, awesome name. But my favorite card is just Goblin War Buggy.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Goblin-
haste was thought of as maybe a little too strong or whatever, or
Oh, yeah,
goblins
we're
were
sort
too
of jumping
pushed as
around
a.
this set.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah,
But
here's
it's
Yogg
okay.
Will. That's his Cam's pick.
Yeah.
I mean, the Urza block was kind of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, like the other one that I really liked out of this set was, oh god, yeah, this art.
Isn't that great?
It makes me so happy.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom vroom. Also,
It's
like I like.
Goblin go-kart.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked magic cards with guns and cars. It turns out.
Yeah,
He's driving a barrel.
Yeah, he's just driving some beer. Yeah.
yeah. The other,
He's got like a broken off lance.
The longer
Yeah.
I look at this, the more I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
yeah.
His giant chin.
The other one I really loved was Smokestacks, just for the artwork.
Oh,
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
really infuriating card to play against. It's
But
a
it's
good card,
super
but
good.
like the art in it, I love.
Yeah.
I
did
especially love the fact that it has the Urza's Destiny or Legacy
Set symbol, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Saga set symbol on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. I didn't notice that before. Makes
Also
sense.
that version.
No, get that set. No.
You don't like that one?
Oh, don't
Bothers
you like
you?
Eager?
I feel like this
see
is a
what you're
really
doing
good
there.
picture too.
Yeah,
It's like,
no, sorry. It has to be the.
Sir, are you finished?
All I could think of
Yeah.
from Urza Saga was Gaia's Cradle.
That's a good card.
Yeah, fair.
Turns out.
Well, it's a pretty dumb card.
Yeah.
Urza's Legacy came after that. We've talked about a couple of them. I thought of either Grim Monolith or Palancron.
Yeah, I was kind of on the same idea with Palancron, but instead of going with Palancron, I went with Frantic Search because I love this card so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if I had to design a Masters set, and I would get, I understand now the subject of a lot of the criticism because you're like, well, obviously it's this set we reprint Tinker, right, or something,
Snore.
right? But you can reprint Frantic Search.
Yeah, which is actually a good card in draft and constructed.
Yeah, I love
Really good
this card. I love this card so much.
Also, the flavor is really good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god,
Oh god. I've had this experience. I had 3 years of this experience, basically.
Oh, there you go. Too real.
I want to give it to Memory Jar. That's my pick for this set.
Yeah.
Memory
Also-
Jar, possibly the most busted card of the block, but I feel like it wasn't Memory Jar's fault. You know?
You know, if you draw 7 and you hit a bunch of gas, maybe that's not the draw 7's fault.
You know, draw 7s are only as good as the 7 cards you're drawing.
It's symmetrical. Your opponent gets cards too, and they get their cards back. Maybe they'll draw some counter spells.
Or
you know.
some sorceries.
Every now and then.
Or permanents.
Yeah, they might.
The artwork on Memory
I
Jar
like the
alone
idea
is
of
so
Memory
gorgeous.
Jar,
Like,
essentially.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
a really neat idea.
if you put Memory Jar into beta, like, how much would it matter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Assuming you're on like 4 ofs rule or whatever, or
Yeah.
like the realistic Keeple's collections when Magic cards first came out, where like only one person had a Black Lotus and like
Yeah.
someone down the block had a Mox. You know, not everybody had a recall.
You
but then there's a
crack this
Memory
and you-
Jar. I'd be like, okay, let's get 7 new cards and see what happens.
you draw
right?
2 walls of wood in a Mon's Goblin Raiders.
exactly.
Right? And you're like, ha!
Yeah.
Okay. From Urza's Destiny, I had to go with Academy Rector just because I love that card.
Yeah, it's
It's very cool. Actually, I discovered, somebody told me that Bitterheart Witch existed, and I
Right.
immediately started brewing a deck because I was like, wait.
Well, after Amonkhet, Bitterheart, which started to be kind of a real thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
both Bitterheart Witch and Academy Rector go and get Overwhelming Splendor or Cruel Reality.
Yeah.
Both of which kill your opponent. Well, one of them doesn't kill them, it just makes it impossible for them to win.
right. I think I just went with Opposition for this set because I'm a dirtbag.
I love Opposition because, I think because Opposition showed up in a drill tweet, it was just like, you know, young idiots, like, I know what I'm doing, old man, you're a moron, or something like that. Just
That's awesome.
dumbass argument over nothing.
I totally forget what my card was for this set. We can keep
it's
moving.
fine,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the next set is Portal 3 Kingdoms, excuse me.
I'm on 3 visits, and I really thought that it would sneak into Masters 25,
Yeah.
actually.
yeah, I'm surprised 3 visits didn't make it, considering it's a common. That's what, like $100,
Yeah,
$120.
I paid $65 a couple years ago when I had to rebuy mine. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's partly that. It's partly that this is a card that people do want to play.
Mm-hmm.
There's not like an overwhelming crazy demand for it. It's just all the green EDH decks they're playing. Nature's Lore would like to play too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like playing those kinds of decks. I like playing Rabbit Growth decks. So
I have
yeah.
a green card that I'd like to see reprinted. It's Riding the Delu Horse.
Oh yeah. No, that's never happening.
Of course not. They're never ever reprinting Riding the Delu
Yeah,
Horse.
no.
I should actually explain what this card does because it's insane. It's 2 and a green sorcery. Target creature gets +2/+2 and horsemanship forever.
What?
It's not an enchantment. It just permanently increases its power toughness and gives it unblockable.
It'd like still be a reasonable draft card if it said until end of turn at the end. And I'm not sure. I don't know if the story with this card is that they meant for it to say until end of turn, and then
Maybe
they
they
forgot.
did, but-
so then they
Yeah,
like went with it. Then they like oracled it
Yeah,
to be
the-
like forever.
The Oracle text on this states, this effect lasts indefinitely.
Yeah.
If I could afford one, I would probably try playing this in fact.
right.
Sure.
Is it even good in fact?
I mean, it's only slightly better than like Angelic Blessing. Which
Yeah,
doesn't see
it's
ton
actually a
play.
lot of mana.
Because like or it's the same. Because like in white, there's like a host of cards I think you can get for 3 mana sorcery. It only goes till end of turn, but it's but you can get enchantments and stuff too to do the same thing. It's basically like a bad
The more
Moldavine Cloak. you
Like
know?
they literally made the exact same card in
In
the same
white,
set
yeah.
in white, but they put until end of turn.
So this,
on
yeah,
it.
this is Angelic Blessing, right? Like this is a common white card in a bunch of sets where it's +3/+3 and flying, right? Usually you see sorcery. So it's like get one creature through in a draft game, and it doesn't usually see constructed play. But with green, they're like, well, this isn't usually, evasion isn't green strong suit, so we'll make it only +2/+2, right? It's supposed to be weakened, and I think it's probably supposed to stay till end of
I
turn.
think just more than anything, I want to see my opponent's face when I very calmly state that I am casting Riding the Delu Horse.
It's got such an incredible name. Portal 3 Kingdoms, yeah, we're spoiled for great names.
It's pretty good.
And
borrowing 100,000 arrows.
I mean, was it the
Yeah.
last set where they just kind of like took from, real lore and to build a set? Because like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms is like it's a real big book about Chinese history.
Yeah.
I think, or it's
Yeah.
about made up Chinese history. Sorry, I don't know. I haven't read it.
I mean, borrowing the 100,000 arrows is in Mountain Master.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Or not Mountain,
I mean,
Masters 25.
Right.
I mean, like strategic planning. I'd love it if they ever reprinted strategic planning with cool art.
Yeah, instead of two dorks.
They did. They put it in.
Correction.
You can get it in a
One of the commander decks?
commander deck. Yes.
Yeah, actually.
With the
yeah.
regular art or with the old art.
Oh, okay.
And, Black Order.
Because if you told me that it was in, like, if they reprinted it with like Jace and Gideon in Hour of Devastation, that would have been horrible, right? That would have just been really bad if they had just like decided that, oh God, no, this didn't happen. No.
It's okay.
Important
No.
card for constructor.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
let's escape to Starter 1999, which is on the list because there were new cards in it, even though it's like kind of a core set. I was just going to say Goblin Settler.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't really have anything for this one.
Well, I never played this set, but I just
neither.
know Goblin
Is
Settler.
Vizardrix
because
from this set? I'd like to sneak in
I
Vizardrix.
feel
Really?
like
Let's
it
say
would
it's from this set.
Okay.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But my
No.
pick for Starter 99 that I didn't play is Vizardrix. Feels like a card that would have been in this set.
Can we also just
Another
like
value creature.
maybe we could just like reprint Goblin Hero with the misprint?
The gold misprint.
Yeah.
I thought it just was a rare in this set. Isn't
No,
that the deal?
it's a misprint.
Oh my god!
Oh wow.
Vizardrix is
Don't
in
know.
here.
Wow.
It's a 6/6 for 7.
I had a card for this set.
Scary Bunny?
Yeah.
Scary
Yeah.
Bunny.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Goblin Hero. I think it was a 1/1 for 1, but it was a rare.
Jesus. Even scarier Bunny.
Oh no.
Yeah, 7th edition one's even scarier.
That is really scary. He's getting worse.
Okay, I didn't know it was a misprint. So it was in the common slot in the packs or whatever, but it was.
I don't actually know if
rare.
it was in the common slot, but something screwed up. It was
All right.
a very underwhelming card that had a gold star.
A bored wizard once created a Vizardrix out of a bunny and a piranha. He never made that mistake again. He never made that mistake again. The emphasis in non-italics because it's in
Yeah.
italics.
Presumably he went on to make very many other mistakes.
Oh yeah.
bet.
Yeah, but not that one in particular.
Yeah. Arcadian Masks is after that one.
Yeah. Like,
Unmask.
yeah.
That's a good one.
I mean, the entire cycle of like pitch cards.
Was
Maybe not the entire cycle, but
Looter El Core from this set?
Looter Elk?
No,
No,
that's Time
later.
Spiral.
Yeah, Time
Oh
Spiral.
yeah.
There's a bunch of like
They
weirdo
did. They
cards
put
in-
Rishadan in.
Yeah,
Master
yeah.
25. I probably would have done the same thing. I like Rishadan Port. I guess I'm a fan of all the strip mine variants or
What
whatever.
about Food Chain?
Yeah, it's a cool reprint. I think it's more likely to see a reprint in like a commander deck
Yeah.
than a set. Because like making Food Chain an exciting card to draft
Is
in a pack
impossible.
set is tough. I don't know. Also, well, do you have like a nostalgic vibe for Food Chain? That's like
I don't.
okay, fair enough.
It's just a weird, gross-looking card that combos.
I think Bribery is from this set.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I love the art on Bribery.
Bribery is a really cool card in general.
Like the huge guy being like, "You're gonna pay me what?"
Yeah,
And the other guy being like, "Well, let's not be so hasty."
yeah.
It's also a really cool effect.
It is.
Like search your opponent's library for a creature, and you get it.
yeah.
I remember a couple of. Wasn't this like a blue win con in Highlander for a really long time? Still
Yeah,
kind
it
of
still is. I mean, yeah, you can totally play this in Canadian Highlander.
Only it kind of bricks against the elf deck because
Well-
it goes and finds their crater hoof, and you're like, okay, I guess I
have
just
haste.
get a 5/5.
It's still nice to know there isn't a crater hoof in the opponent's deck, but yeah, it's
a
the
little
best.
meta dependent, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. It's the best against like. I mean, right now there's a lot of madcap, so like taking your opponent's madcap is
man.
kind of sweet, or taking your
yeah.
opponent's platinum variant is kind of sweet.
That's pretty beef.
But yeah, when there was more like Oath into Emrakul going around, like it was certainly better. So, yeah, it varies. You want to get your 5 mana worth at least, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Nemesis?
Which set was Gush from? I remember choosing Gush for one of these sets. But I
Yeah,
can't remember
that
which set it's
sounds
from.
right.
It might be Nemesis.
Maybe Days is from this set,
Okay.
Yeah.
and that's a good one.
That's Masques original.
I think I had.
You
Okay,
just
sure.
missed it.
Okay, Gush was my real pick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Free up
Gush from
bribery.
Masques. Wow. Yeah. I think I had Tanglewire.
From
So did
Nemesis.
Yeah.
I have recently become a fan of Corehaven
Okay.
because playing a second copy of Maze of Ith is really good.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Okay. Fair.
Sweet land. Moving right along to Prophecy.
I have to go with. I remembered which Braum card it was.
What was that?
Latula Keldon Overseer.
I'm sorry, what?
Check this out.
This is going to be
Latulla,
Latula.
comma, Latula.
Keldon Overseer. I don't know if I'm going to recognize this card or not when it comes
It's
up.
bad.
I mean, it probably
It's
looks
mega
sweet.
bad. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I think she's fine. I got blown out of my boots by Latula on a couple of occasions.
I think she probably looks epic, and that's why.
It's like, well, it's
You
totally
know.
sweet.
Like Keldon Warlord, you know.
Yeah, Keldon-
popping out of the card frame.
You
It's
know what?
Latula, you know.
I felt the same way, but like when I saw Keldon Warlord for the first time, I was like, this card is unbeatable. I don't even know what it does.
But it's
And
got
I-
muscles on its ears. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there she is.
yeah, she looks really cool.
Yeah. Anyways,
Oh,
she's
discard
just-
2 cards and fireball something.
Sure, yeah, she's just fireballs for days, right? That's cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Spell Shapers.
I like this mechanic. You like just for the flavor text. Like you're like, hey, Spell Shaper, and they're like, yeah. It's like, can you do that thing? And they're like, well, you show me the money, right?
Okay. Don't just take it out of my brain bank.
Yeah.
The Rhystic cycle was kind of interesting.
Yeah, like I think Rhystic Study is desperate for a reprint.
Yeah. I mean, the EDH players would love it.
They would like
it's
that.
It's an $11 common.
Yeah, it's really silly.
Rhystic Tutor, still pretty cheap, I think. Oh, also it's Therese Nielsen art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's bring back Rhystic Study.
Seems good.
Next is Invasion. And I just threw in Sterling Grove.
That's a cool
Because that's a
card.
weird card
Yeah.
that does weird stuff.
I mean, I think Factor Fiction.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Decent.
that's hard to beat. That's very hard to beat.
I'm on another green-white card, but also costs red here. We got Rith the Awakener.
Wait.
I played this card a little bit in Canadian Highlander, and a lot more relevantly, Brian Kibler played it at the Pro Tour in like a deck with Armadillo Cloaks, and he would like actually Armadillo Cloak up this dragon, and then just like hit his opponent for 1,000 flying trample and make a bunch of saplings. Maybe it was pretty impressive, and he was like a little kid the first time he like top 8 at a Pro Tour, or like at least a young kid. So that's kind of the cool story behind Rith.
That is pretty
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
I think he's from this set.
We should rip.
R-I-T-H.
I think the first time I saw those dragons was when they were reprinted in the.
Phyrexian versus Coalition. Probably.
yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That was a weird box, full of strange cards. Yeah, there you go.
There he is. Yeah.
That's the reprint.
This card's pretty sweet.
And then he turned into that.
Yeah.
Rith's Charm is. I
I think that's the thing he's holding. Yeah.
I think it's from Plane Shift.
Moving
which
on
is
to the next
our
set.
next
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Plane shift.
Yeah, I definitely love Rith's Charm. Like this was a card that I only discovered like not that long ago, and I had to read it a couple times. Because I was like, "There's no way all 3 modes of this charm are good." Oh no, they are.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet actually.
Yeah, blow
This
up a
card's still
non-basic.
not quite as good as Dramoka's Command, but
No.
it's kind of similar. Got one of the
It's-
same modes, sort
Well,
of.
I think the making 3 Sapperlings at instant speed is maybe the best part.
Yeah, I think that's your go-to. That's like the if you don't have anything else to do with this.
And if not, blow up a non-basic or
Yeah.
prevent all damage a source would deal. You know, just like fog a creature or like counter a fireball or something.
it's a pretty sweet card.
My choice from the set was FTK.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Flame Tongue Cathode.
another
Cap
important
is very,
value
very
creature.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a dull choice, I guess. But
More Fire Imp. More.
Other choices for as we're moving into Plane Shift, Meddling Mage,
yep.
Yeah.
because it was an invitational card. Either that or Eladamri's Call.
Yeah.
That's a really, really solid playable.
Pretty great set.
Yeah, some very spicy cards. Like, go find a creature. It's Demonic Tutor, only an instant,
Yeah.
sort of. Almost.
If you were a little kid, it's basically demonic tutor.
It's it's like,
I don't have to play black to go tutor out my Seri Angel anymore.
oh my goodness.
Hooray!
Golly gee. Following in the footsteps of Planeshift, it's Apocalypse.
Fire and Ice. Gotta give it to Fire and Ice.
It's a great
Entomb.
card.
Entomb.
Man, this is a good set. I'm on Vindicate.
Yeah.
Vindicate,
Like-
so
This set's so lit.
iconic.
We
Sort of
say
looking for.
that.
Yeah.
We say it's so lit. These are the 3 good cards in this.
And then the quality just like
Yeah,
off the cliff.
you
Plenty of
gotta
bad
watch
cards.
out for that drop off. It's a Lulu.
Okay, Nelson,
Right.
what is happening in the card Vindicate?
I believe it's Gerard piloting the Weatherlight into something to blow it up.
I think it's the Predator, isn't it?
Oh, okay, maybe it's fire-
or is it the
I mean,
There's a bunch of explosions.
I mean, the flavor text seems to imply that Gerard is sacrificing his own life to do something. And then in this other art, this is a Judge promo, I think. Where maybe it was like the first
the
Judge
dude
promo.
just isn't
Vindicate.
looking at an explosion.
yeah.
Yeah. And then there's
then there's
another Judge
Sorin.
promo, Vindicate, where it's like Sorin. I think it's like he's just killed Avacyn, maybe.
No,
Some
that
other person, he's
yeah.
just like,
All right, fair enough. Just Sorin being a badass.
Super Doomblade.
essentially. Yeah.
like you, go away.
Oh, yeah. And then there's this one, too.
Pew!
Or what's her name? Oreska? No.
yeah, Oreska.
Yeah.
Or no,
Orexos?
something. No, I keep now
Whatever the
it's
white
gone.
god is.
Now it's gone. Now her name is Oreska.
Nelson, you ruined it.
Yeah.
You killed this god.
I'm scrambling to find something for Odyssey because I didn't put in an entry.
What did I have for
That's
Odyssey?
Werebear from.
I think
It
mine.
might be this one.
Yeah, I think that was my call if Werebear's
Werebear's
from
really good.
Odyssey. This is the block that gave us the madness mechanic, which was
right.
kind of just barely. Yeah, so this is my pick for the set.
I think mine was Grim Lavamancer.
Cool.
I'm gonna
That card's
throw
better.
I'm gonna
but
throw a Barbarian Ring in
barely.
here.
Boo.
Weirdly, if you started on Grim Lavamancer as your first play of the game in a standard match when Odyssey was legal, you probably had less chance to win that match than if you started on Werebear.
Yep.
Strangely enough,
Grim
yeah.
Lavamancer was Torment.
Oh,
Torment?
okay, next set
oh,
coming up.
whoops. Yeah, okay. Then
Well, if neither of you can remember cards from Odyssey,
I
that's
actually,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I've got. It's a toss-up between Barbarian Ring and Cabal Pit.
Sure, yeah.
Very
Important
similar cards.
cycle,
Cabal Pit is so sweet in this this graveyard deck I have right now because it combos with Life from the Loam and Ramanap Excavator. You know, just get like an uncounterable disfigure every turn.
Solid.
Pretty spicy.
Yep. So Torment, Grim Lavamancer?
Yeah, Torment, Grim Lavamancer. I'm just gonna say Chainer's Edict,
yeah.
Some strong cards from this set.
or maybe Cabal Coffers. Although I think that one's being reprinted a bunch.
Which set was Dirty Were-Rat from? I just wanted to say Dirty Were-Rat on this
Dirty
podcast.
Were-Rat.
I think it might have also been Onslaught, or Odyssey, I mean. But that's my pick for this set. I'm gonna trade with Cam. You can have a second Torment card if you want.
Congratulations.
If you learn nothing else from this podcast, learn that there's a magic card named Dirty Were-Rat.
Yeah, no. Got us there.
After Torment comes Judgment.
I mean, Cabal Therapy, right?
Yeah?
I'm on Anurid Brush Hopper.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you know that you can pay 3 mana and then have a creature that can put 3 damage on the stack, and then you can discard 2 Basking Root Wallas and blink it out of there? Just kidding. You can't do that anymore. But that's what this guy used to be. He's sort of like Anurid Brush Hopper has kind of been treated badly by the way that Magic has evolved.
That's a shame. Well, I mean,
There's not a ton of madness anymore, and there's not,
Mog
damage
Fanatic
on the
used to
stack.
be insane before.
Right. Yeah,
He's
for
still
sure.
very good.
Yeah, Mog
but-
Fanatic used to be like this card that was like also Savannah Lions, kind of. Not in terms of like damaging the face as much each turn, but in terms of relevance in combat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy would have been nuts when you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just his stats were like about as good as you could get at the time. There weren't a ton of like
Like a
4/4s for 3.
for 3 is pretty
Yeah, with
spicy.
no downside, right? So.
Optional upside.
But yeah, it's like both damage on the stack is left, and there's just that elephant from Ravnica that's bigger than this guy and uncounterable,
Yeah.
and comes into play if your opponent makes you discard him.
It's very good.
Yeah,
I was,
creatures have gotten better. Sorry, brush hopper.
Yeah, I went with, excuse me, Mirari's Wake.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like
Great
really
card.
kind of like the bookend to the block,
Fair.
where it's just like. That's the noise it makes. It's like, is it supposed to make that noise?
Mirari's Squelch.
Mirari's Flush.
Yep. Bones.
In Commander 2017 as well.
Oh, neat.
Huh.
There it
As
is.
a mythic.
Well, it was in Commander 2017, so
Yeah.
one per
Also,
box.
and Conspiracy.
Oh, okay.
I think it might have. Was it regular rare and conspiracy? I can't remember.
Let's go.
Also Mythic.
Let's go up to Mirrodin. Let's finish out the old
let's
border
do
here, and
old,
we'll
and then we'll do
new border next week.
Sounds good.
All right. So we've got 2 sets left.
Yeah,
Three.
three
Three.
turns.
Onslaught.
The fetches are the only cards that I remember out of the sets.
Yeah, that's the one I went with as well. But there's got to be something.
Oh yeah, which set is? Sorry, what's his name? Goblin. He's not Ringleader. The one that makes the other goblins cheaper. Sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Oh,
None of us remember his name. It's so
Is that
sad.
the Gem
Chieftain?
Palm?
No,
Or-
not Gem Palm.
It might be Goblin Chieftain. That might be right.
Okay.
No, Chieftain is the
that-
the M1.
Is it War Leader then?
It's War something.
This is embarrassing.
War
This is-
Chief.
Goblin War Chief. Want to try that one?
That sounds
Anyways, it's like two red and a
This is from
colorless.
Scourge.
All right, I'm 2 sets away.
dinger.
Yeah.
All right. I'm early. Sorry.
What
Back
do
on
we
Flooded
have?
Strand.
What about a Chroma's Vengeance?
Which set is Contested Cliffs from?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I really like Contested Cliffs too.
It's very good.
All right.
It's from this block. It's from this block.
Shall we move on to Legions?
Not before I just say Astral Slide and then we'll move on.
right.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. okay, fair.
Legions. Phage the Untouchable.
Yeah. A
Just
Chroma.
because so people can snort with laughter as they cast
Yeah.
this card.
I'm on Void Mage Apprentice.
Ooh.
Is it the
Void
one-
Mage
actually-
Prodigy's good too.
Is that the one that swerves?
No, it's just a morph, and for 4 you can unmorph it and counter a spell, and then it's a 1/1.
Okay.
It's not actually that good, but you won some draft games with it because it's like again sort of value. It's like 7 mana ETB 1/1 counter target spell.
This
But-
was the all creature set, right?
yes.
Wait,
so
what?
this was Legions
Really?
is all creatures.
I did
Yeah,
not know
Every
that.
single card
So
is a
there's
creature.
lots of like spells on
Spell-like
six.
effects.
Yeah, there's cycling creatures like Gem Palm Polluter, the whole Gem Palm cycle,
yeah.
Gem Palm Strider, and then there's
Interesting.
morph ETB. Well, morph when you turn face up, get an effect spell like creatures. Yeah,
Exciting. Creatures matter. So last before the break to modern is Scourge. I'm thinking Stifle.
Yeah. Stifle. Tendrils.
Tendrils could.
wow. Yeah, I forgot the whole storm mechanic was in this block too.
Yeah.
It was like a very tribal themed set, and so like when if you're used to like reading the message from WotC or whatever back then, it was like about the goblins and the elves and the wizards or whatever. But it's like there was also just
Storm.
tendrils.
Yeah.
The storm mechanic came
Yeah.
from this set. Whoops.
It'd be like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I said Goblin War Chief already.
I'm
he's still
looking
my
at this
pick for this
card.
set.
I don't remember what this tribe is that's being bound here, but it makes me think
These are changelings, aren't they?
Are they?
They're not changelings from
Morphlings?
Lorwyn. No, they're like.
Something.
I think they're sort of some sort of project from the Riptide
Yeah,
Lab. Yeah, they might
yeah.
be Morphlings or something
Yeah,
like
'cause
that.
Yeah.
Because it's like Scornful Egotist is one of these cards.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
And well, the card art on the last morph card we were looking at is one of these people as well.
Yeah,
Right.
the
Right.
other card that I can think of that this kind of creature appears on is Long-Term Plans,
Okay, yeah.
which I don't know if it's also from this set, but I think... Oh yeah, no it is.
Like I think they might just be wizards, and I'm not sure if they're supposed to.
Yeah.
We're supposed
Jelly
to know
wizards.
if they're like elementals or if they're fish creatures or if they're humans. So something weird happened to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know the lore of this set, shout it out in the comments because I'm going to read them.
Fair.
I want to know.
So
Well, that takes us right up to the precipice of modern.
yeah, which I think
gonna-
we're going to call it here because this podcast has already run long. So why don't we come back next week? We'll reconvene. We'll do the modern sets. And yeah, that'll bring us to the end of our Masters 25 discussions.
Already got a lot of solid playables. If we actually took the picks that we had, this would be a very weird draft environment.
Yeah, it'd be terrible. right?
Yeah, we'd make it work.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like you
First pick, Acacian Javelineers.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, you would just like, yeah, you would entomb Force of Nature and realize there's no reanimator spells.
Nobody said Force of Nature. Yeah.
I meant to.
Yeah.
I should have said Force of Nature.
Yeah.
You have to entomb Fallen Angel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Or you like, no, entombing Phage is bad. There's a reason you don't do that. What was it? It'll come to me.
Something.
Something.
Anywho, okay. So, as always, this has been Tap Tap Concede. It's brought to you by you, the kind people over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, and by our kind sponsors over at cardkingdom.com. If you tell them, go to cardkingdom.com/LRR, that lets them know that we sent you. And I've been Cameron.
I have been Alex, now and again.
I have been and still am Nelson.
And yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side. Have a good week, everyone.
Thanks so much for watching.